Namaste. Welcome to your weekly wellness tune-up. Have you ever wondered why there's so much emphasis put on positive affirmations and doing them daily? I just researched this, and there's a huge amount of scientific evidence showing the benefit of doing positive affirmations on a regular basis. It's really cool. They do brain imaging, fMRI brain imaging, which is a really cool way of looking at the brain and what happens in the brain. And their imaging shows that doing self-affirmations activates our prefrontal cortex, which is the area of the brain that's involved in self-processing and reward. And the studies show that people who practice affirmations respond less intensely to stress and recover quickly after experiencing stress, especially if it's emotional stress. Additional studies showed that people who are doing these daily positive self-imaging, even when facing threats or criticism or failure, really it reinforces their stable sense of self, their empowered identity, where they don't collapse in the midst of turmoil, and showing that they have greater motivation and greater achievement. This study also shows that it boosts our motivation towards trying to attain our goals, to aligning our actions with our core personal values. People who affirm their values are more likely to persevere in challenging tasks and in health behaviors, especially exercising, or if they're trying to quit smoking or studying for an exam, things like this. And then another study in a randomized trial found that affirmations help people adhere better to health-promoting behaviors, eating organic food, managing chronic conditions, and basically improving long-term physical health. And if you're in the case of trying to heal something, much quicker and much more successful rates of healing. Another study showed that people who did their daily self-worth were less defensive and more open to new information, new ideas, even when an idea or information challenged their previous beliefs. So it creates open-mindedness, flexibility, and improves our learning capacity. My favorite of these studies was in neuroplasticity. It essentially shows that repetitive positive statements rewire our neural pathways. That's the pranic pathway. That's where life force flows. And this happens through neuroplasticity. When we do exercise, any physical exercise, mental repetitions, all these things really help us to boost our optimism and create more mental confidence in ourselves. It helps us have more faith. It opens the circuitry of optimism. So doing these things, it doesn't matter what the affirmation is. Although really, what matters is that you're authentic about it, because they need to be believable. If you're in debt, if you're $100,000 in debt and you're just doing the affirmation, I'm a millionaire, that can actually backfire and create more anxiety. So I think it's best if we use the affirmation in conjunction with our core value or our evolving identity rather than an unrealistic fantasy. There's been a few really powerful, actually researched affirmations. One of them is, I am learning and growing every day. Another one is, I have overcome challenges before. I can do it again. And another one is, I am aligned with my values and move forward with integrity. So you can use those. There's also, you can cultivate your own, you can create your own, or use something, make a spiritually uplifting affirmation. I am rooted in the present. I am guided by spirit. I am open to the divine unfolding. Or, my soul is ancient. I remember who I am. I trust the timing of the universe. Everything is happening for my highest good. Or focusing on love and light. I am a vessel for love, light, and sacred transformation. Another one. Even in uncertainty, I am held by the infinite and nourished by grace. Even in uncertainty, I am held by the infinite and nourished by grace. My heart is open, my mind is clear, and my spirit is aligned with truth. Or even more earth-based or universally based and earth-based, I walk in harmony with the earth. I walk in rhythm with the earth. I am one with the earth. Releasing affirmations. I release all that no longer serves me, and I awaken to my true radiance. Any of these affirmations can be done every day for just a couple of minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and We can sit or stand comfortably, close our eyes, that's optional, take a few deep breaths, feel our body rooted in the present moment, anchor ourselves with the affirmation into our body, into our heart, into our consciousness, into our nervous system. And really just quickly reflect, what is the core value that you want to see today? What quality or value matters most to me today? Choose one word: courage, healing, faith, and then choose an affirmation. You can write it down or just speak it out loud or speak it silently and repeat that affirmation for 1 or 2 minutes. Very simple. I would say it out loud because that brings into manifestation whatever it is that we're feeling or thinking. Take deep breaths. Feel the meaning behind the word. Feel in your body what it's like to have that affirmation fully manifested. And visualize yourself living that affirmation. What it feels like to be living the truth of that affirmation. Feel the emotions associated as if you have already embodied that affirmation. Imagine yourself vibrant, energetic, smiling, moving freely through the world without bondage, without attachment. And then really, you can put your hand on your heart, your belly, your crown chakra, and just say it one more time and breathe it in and breathe it out into the universe and let it become true. That's affirmations in a nutshell. Doing daily affirmations, so powerful, so profound, so transformative, but make it authentic. Thank you for joining me again this week. May your affirmations be embodied. May they be an anchor into self, into the awakening self, into awakened living. Until next week, namaste.